I want to welcome everyone here down to beautiful Albany, and want to thank and recognize Jeanette Moy, OGS Commissioner, for allowing us to use the beautiful Corning Tower for the event that we're here to announce, the Big Climb. The Big Climb is going to be an amazing leukemia. Yeah. It's going to be another amazing event for the benefit of leukemia and lymphoma patients and survivors. So my name is Bill Lee. Again, I'm the chair of the local chapter serving the Capital Region, and I want to talk to you a little bit about what we do as an association here in the region. We run 4 major events, now 4. We run the Visionaries of the Year event. We run Student Visionaries of the Year, the Light the Night Walk, which was just held over at Siena College, where we raised over $1 million, thanks to, again, the support of incredible volunteers, board members, committee members. And now we have Big Climb coming in April of 2024. We also have major gift donors that help us, again, in our mission to raise money for blood cancer patients and really to develop therapies and also to provide patient services. In the last 2 years, we've had 3 events that have raised over $1 million. 2 of those events, our candidates who won those events were nationally recognized. Now that, just to give you an idea, that puts us competitive, not only competitive, but leading against metros like Dallas, Los Angeles, San Diego, Chicago. You know, for little old Albany here to be able to compete at the national level is impressive. We've given back over $2.3 million of that in local patient services. And this year we celebrated our 60th anniversary, so we're really proud about that. This chapter was founded by my predecessor, co-chair of the Light the Night Walk, Mr. Rick Ostroff. His family founded this chapter, and it has grown tremendously since then. And again, that's due to the support and the volunteers and everyone that's been involved. Our local campaigns are chaired by business owners, people such as Bridget Murray, Zach Conley, again, Rick Ostroff. We have people like Larry Treen that are leaders in the community that help us to grow this organization. Big Climb is going to have something for everyone. It's going to have something for our children. We're going to have a 12 and under climb. We're going to have our first responders. We're going to lean into our first responders heavy, and we know they're going to show up as they always do. We're going to have a full gear walk, and I think I heard Dan, Executive McCoy here talking about possibly doing the full run, the full gear climb, and I think he said that County Executive McLaughlin was also going to be doing it. Is that true?
I have no recollection.
Okay. But regardless, we know everyone's going to show up, and we're going to have a great event. We're also looking to get our local student athletes and students involved, and we're also encouraging all of our local businesses in the business community to step up and get teams with their employees and their customers involved and come out for the climb. So this is our first year, and we've set a goal as an organization to raise $150,000 this year. But I understand our executives have raised the stakes and are looking to raise a total of $250,000 this year. Yes. So thank you so much for that. And I would say, you know, individually, I would bet on either of these gentlemen to reach their goal. Working collectively, I think it's a sure thing that they're going to hit it. So with that, I want to turn it over, and I'm proud to, again, share the stage and introduce County Executive Dan McCoy.
So what a great opportunity. I do want to thank everyone for being here, especially our commissioner. Thank you for taking the time to come down here and being a great partner. The State of New York is always a great partner, but to let us have it at the Corning Tower is really going to set the bar. And, you know, when this all started, we're going through it, and I talked to Rick and talking to Bill and talking to everyone that's been involved. And I said, who better to have with me than Steve McLaughlin and have a little challenge back and forth. We're always going back and forth across the river. He's just on the wrong side. I'm on the right side. There's a lot of things we could divide. You know, he's on the wrong party. I'm in the better party. But
You know I'm up next, right?
yeah, no, I do. To really sit here and for a good cause, for LLS, to touch someone in that family's going through this. I got informed this morning how many people I probably know that have it that you don't realize that have it. But what this money does, and putting everything else aside, is give the money for the foundation for research to help the families. And that's what it's about, and to get the message out there, to educate people on this, because it is beatable from what I'm understanding and getting on this board now. You just got to catch it, get it pre-screening, and you can beat this. And meeting the people from the foundation says a lot to the workers that are there, because they really get the message out there. This is going to be exciting. It's April 20th. We're going to be hosting this, so we want everyone to put that in their calendar, April 20th. You can also go on the website to register, lls.org/bigclimb. We're challenging not just the firefighters, the military, first responders in general to get involved. The running clubs in high schools and above, in colleges, to get involved. We have a senior run for guys like Ben Comboy that is on the board. So Ben, we have it there for you. You're going to be all right. Francesca told me you're going to be okay. She told me you can do it. But I do want to thank you, too, for helping me get involved, and I've known you a long time, to really the passion that you have for this, but really bringing everyone together. And that's what Steve and I are doing. So we got a challenge going. Who's going to raise more money? Who's going to beat each other? I did challenge them to the climb. And I said, if I catch you, you got to register Democrat, okay? So I go, I'll have the registration form. I guarantee he's gonna beat all records and get up top, and probably be waiting with a form for me to sign to go the other way. But I do want to say it's going to be starting at 9 a.m. at the Corning Tower. It's 44 stories to climb, so we can do it. You know, they're going to be going out in different time slots, going out to make sure there's going to be people on every floor, every other floor, I imagine, for people like me that are probably going to be winded and having chest pains chasing a guy like Bill up the stairs. But I do want to say, again, we need people. We need people. I encourage you to the fundraiser, to climb, to conquer this cure, to get a cure out there, and to make sure that we can take care of people. And to the teams that are going to raise money, each team usually raises about $600 each. So we're going to challenge people to that too. I'm going to be challenging my commissioners, my workers, to get out there. I'm going to be challenging my old partners in the Albany Fire Department, and Adam Ladopoulos. I know I can beat him, so I'm going to challenge his team. There's a few people I'm going to make sure that, our stats are up there. But again, and putting all the kidding aside, it's really about getting people involved and getting, people pre-screened, getting the message out there, letting people know that they can beat this. And you have a great group of people here in the Capital Region. And I don't want to underscore what Bill Leo was just saying about here being in the Capital Region. It says a lot when you really look at 1 million people versus when you're fighting against Chicago and bigger cities. And we're raising more money or competing with them. That's why when Steve and I were talking about it, we're like, no, we got to bring that bar up there. And we have to make sure that, we get people involved so we can raise as much money as we can, because we like to compete. Him and I are pretty competitive on a lot of things.
Not the
and
golf course.
it was a bad experience. I truly was not trying to hit you that day. It just happened to go that way every time. So anyway, I do want to say, look, I couldn't have asked for better people to be on this board, to surround ourselves with, like Rick and Bill and all the board members, and Ben, who I got on board, and every company that's out there. So if anyone's watching this, please, if you really want to make a difference, in a family, in someone's life, if you don't want to do the climb, you don't want to do the 44 stories, you can come out, you can be part of it, you can be part of the celebration before when we kick it off, and you can be there all day cheering people on, and really feel and meet people that have LLS, and really make a difference in their lives. And I do want to bring Steve McLaughlin up, and I'm probably going to regret it letting him go last. I might have to close. But I do, all kidding aside, we joke around a lot, but I couldn't ask for a better co-chair to this committee than Steve, because, you know, at the end of the day, it is about the people, it's about the constituents, but more importantly, this is a great cause, and for the two of us to join together and put our differences aside says a lot about this organization and about the people we want to help. So, Steve McLaughlin.
Thank you, Danny. Thanks. You will regret letting me go last. No, I would tell you, Dan and I get along great. People don't understand that. We work together quite a lot, not only here locally, but on the County Execs of America. We do quite a lot together, so I think it's, some people can't understand that, but we're friends, so we get along really, really good. And that's what this is about. It's about raising awareness and friendship. And I think it's amazing what Bill talked about and what Dan talked about, that the capital region, not that big of an area in the grand scheme of things, is outraising some pretty major metropolitan areas like Dallas, LA, Chicago. That's just a reflection of who the capital region people are. Very giving, very generous people. And I'm sure that this is going to be no exception. As Bill Lee had talked about, you know, raising $1 million at Light the Night just a few weeks ago. That's incredible. And I do want to thank everybody on the board for doing this, because while Dan and I may be kind of headlining this thing, it's really, we're happy and thrilled to do that. We're happy to lend our name and our efforts to it, but it's really the board members. So certainly want to name them: Ben Comboy, who's here, Jeff Halusik, Victoria Hostig's here, I think Regina Legata, Doug McLean, Danielle Moberg, Zach Pappas, Thomas Praisner, and Tim Vennard. That's the executive committee, but there's so many other people that are helping out. I want to thank the OGS commissioner, because he couldn't pick a better spot than the Corning Tower to do it. Dan did challenge me and said that if I beat him, he would re-register Republican. So if anybody has a form, he can fill it out now, get that done. And I'm not sure how many floors will have oxygen, but we'll check that for you, Dan.
I appreciate that.
Probably every other one.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to do a little bit of training to get ready for this, but I think we're both going to do it and take part gladly. Can't tell you how long it's going to take, but we're going to do it. But this is such an important effort and such an important cause. And, you know, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society does amazing work. It touches so many people, some people you don't even know about, some families you do know about. One of the things that they're going to do is have an honored hero kicking off every one of these flights up the stairs. There'll be 4 or 5 honored heroes, I think we have, something like that. So and I would just put that, the participants are going to pause on the 9th floor to honor and remember those that were unfortunately lost to blood cancers. And then all along the way, you're going to be cheered on by music and various volunteers. And the one thing Dan and I said at the beginning of this, we're happy to do it. We want this to be a fun, family-type event where people can come and spend the day. And it's April 20th, just past tax day, so if that wasn't painful enough for you, you can come to the tower and experience a little bit more physical pain. But it's such a worthy cause, you know, to raise this money. And really where that money goes is certainly to research for a cure, but also to help these families that sometimes are struggling through this. And that's, you know, that's a tough thing. So you're going to hear some inspirational stories along the way. And we encourage everybody to participate. We're even going down into the little kid level. There'll be a shorter climb. Dan wants to participate in that. We said, no, can't do that one. You got to do the full climb. And we're reaching out to local high schools too. So, you know, a great idea for those coaches out there as, you know, baseball season's getting underway, lacrosse, things like that. Get those teams out there and have the kids go out and raise some money for this, and then get them all in there as a team to do this together. It's a great team building event, but more importantly, it's a great awareness event for this incredibly worthy cause, and we're both thrilled to be able to take part in this and do it. I want to thank everybody for being a part of this as well. Thank you.
You know, there was some talk before we started today that there were some questions whether or not I'd be participating in this event, but in heels. So if that's what it takes to get us to $150,000 for this local chapter, I'm in. I'm Megan Baker, Vice Chair of Albany LLS. I first got involved with LLS in 2010 after I lost a dear friend to leukemia that previous year. He was 36 years old. I participated in the Man Woman of the Year, which is now Visionaries of the Year. I joined the LLS Board of Trustees in 2018. As I mentioned, I'm current vice chair. I am proud of the board, which is led by Bill Leah and past chair Rick Ostroff. Most importantly, I'm proud of the work LLS is doing here in our local communities and across the country. From patient support and educational resources to research and advocacy, LLS works tirelessly to find cures and ensure patients have access to life-saving treatments. Fundraisers such as Light the Night, $1 million. I mean, that is just amazing. And the Big Climb ensure LLS can succeed in the work it does. We thank everyone here today, including County Executives McCoy and Steve McLaughlin, OGS Commissioner, thank you so much, Jeanette Moy, for being here with us, and all of those who have stepped up to be part of the inaugural Big Climb. We cannot wait to see you all there in April. Thank you so much.
The foundation of every county is the businesses that make it their place to do business, to expand their business, and to employ the people here in this county, is now to get them involved, engage, let them know about this, and make as much hype as we can to beat every number that we put out there. So please get the message out there. You can register. You can do it online with your teams. The earlier the better, and the more sponsorships we get. Thank you to everyone and to Bill and the team here at LLS. Thank you so much for doing this, and we look forward to a great event on April 20th at 9 a.m.